affect versus effect today on SB Fantasy Football.
So stupid.
And we're live. Welcome to the SB Fantasy Football Podcast, where we suck at grammar. I'm Alan.
RD, what's up, man?
Nothing, man. We were just sitting here trying to figure out as you're typing up the subject,
Yeah.
and it's like, is it affect or effect? I'm like, I don't know, affect. And we just kept like saying it back and forth to ourselves, like
Hey, it's our
nonstop.
X anniversary on
yeah?
Twitter or on X. Affect is usually a verb meaning to produce an effect upon, as in the weather affected his mood. Effect is usually a noun meaning a change that results when something is done or happens, as in computers have a huge effect on our lives.
Okay.
There you go.
There we
anyways,
go.
yeah, that's it. That's
So now you know.
Yeah.
And
Show's over.
as G.I. Joe said, knowing is half the battle.
What's going on, man? You good?
Oh, just living the dream, man.
I covered this a little bit on, I did the mock draft on Monday. I've been doing mock draft Mondays once a month. It's the first Monday of the month until we get closer to the football season. Like in August, I'm probably going to pile them on a couple, maybe once a week. But anyways, and it just broke, I think, earlier that day, the Justin Jefferson contract, which was not crazy. The guy's worth every damn penny, right?
Yeah.
But it's a wild contract, especially for other teams that haven't were kicking the can down the road and got themselves a tier 1 receiver, and now they got to pay them something. And it's like, oh, buddy.
But yeah, so he gets 4-year, $140 million, $110 million guaranteed of that.
Wow.
Yeah. It went from, he's so unhappy, he doesn't want to be here anymore. All these teams are talking about trading for him, to where he's like, you know what? Kind of like it here.
No kidding.
Sam Darnold, JJ McCarthy, I like it. He likes 140 million and 110 guaranteed is what he likes.
My question, I made this comment when I brought it up. It was like, okay, you love it now, you're getting all the money, but now all of a sudden, say both quarterbacks have a tough time getting you the ball. Are you gonna be bitching after every game? Complain about how you didn't get the ball and this and that and whatever. Are you gonna be like, it's all right, I'm gonna head back and Scrooge McDuck it into my pool.
Right.
You know what I mean?
And he's 24. Too,
yeah.
right?
Just
he's still young.
Young lad.
I'm going on record as saying that I think JJ McCarthy is going to be pretty good.
Yeah.
I like him.
Is that the kid from Michigan?
This kid from
That's
Michigan.
why you like him. Okay.
Oh, but he knows how to win. He's won on every level.
I was like, there's got to be a reason for it. I didn't know what it was the first time, and now I'm starting to pick up.
Sorry.
I
guess I'm not allowed to like good quarterbacks.
No,
my bad.
You just love, you're a homer, and you've always been a homer. That's just the way it is.
I'm, you know what?
You're messing with your nose so damn much over there. You're making my nose itch.
I'm not even touching my nose.
Driving me crazy.
My hands are down here.
I'm already sick. I don't need any more BS.
I'm so tired of your BS right now.
God, dog.
But yeah, no, I mean, you're going to fault me for the whole Tom Brady thing too? Yeah, he's such a homer. He thinks Tom Brady's good.
Oh, man. Where'd you have him ranked back then? Coming out the 6th round?
I mean, I remember. So this is going to take things back. Okay,
God.
The NFL draft happened. I didn't sit down and watch it.
Back then?
No,
Okay.
This was. I had just moved to Texas at this point in time.
Okay.
And I remember going and I got the newspaper out of the front yard, opened up the sports section, and went through round by round looking for where he got drafted.
Okay.
And it was 6th round, right?
They ran out of print.
And 6th round, I cut it out,
Okay.
highlighted his name, and had it up on my wall.
There you go.
Because I used to, back then, it was anytime I got anything Detroit or Michigan related in the newspaper, I would cut that stuff out and hang it up on my walls.
Nice.
And so I had a bunch of that. But yeah, so it was up on the wall there at the Casa, back in my old room.
I don't know what the deal was when I moved to Texas as well. It wasn't stuff back home, but it was Rangers. And I used to cut out Rangers, like Ruben Sierra and Pudge Rodriguez. He was my guy, I was a catcher, right? And it was like anybody I can relate to that was a catcher, and he was really good.
He was pretty good
at
catching.
But anyways, yeah. But anyway, Justin Jefferson getting paid. I mean, good for him. Like I said, he's worth every penny, and you have hopes in, JJ McCarthy. How many games, how soon is he going to be starting out there? Are they going to really turn over how many games does the villain from The Incredibles have before they just you know what, kid, you're in?
Here's the thing I'll say.
All right.
Sam Darnold has more talent around him than he's had.
Yeah.
With the exception of San Francisco, but he wasn't the starter there in San Fran.
Right.
Right. So he didn't get the opportunity to go out there. He played a little bit, but that was about it. He's right now starter going into camp. Now things can definitely change on that front. It just depends on how he plays.
Yeah.
Okay. He's got to go out there and outplay the kid.
That's right. I mean, the kid with these rookies, they either throw them to the wolves or they just like, hey, guess what? You're going to take a year off, or you're going to learn a little bit. But with Darnold, I don't know.
It's not like if it was Kirk Cousins there.
Yeah,
you sit the kid for a year, right?
A couple of years until
because
Kurt's
you've
like,
got
yeah,
a guy who knows how to play football.
You got a veteran there,
right? Yeah. Sam Darnold,
not so much. Like, not at all. Actually, he could screw up week 3, and they're like, you know what? Let's put the kid in there. You don't know what's going to happen.
But in his defense, he was also with the Jets, and the Jets just kind of
it's just terrible. Anyway, but yeah, I love the contract. He deserved every penny of it. And as soon as I saw that, I thought of, oh, buddy, what's old Jerry going to do about Ceedee Lamb at this point? Because Ceedee Lamb's not showing up to it's not voluntary, right? It's mandatory.
It's still voluntary. These are
voluntary OTAs.
Yep,
organized team activities.
Yeah, so CD's got a contract due coming up. He wants to get paid. Jerry, for whatever reason, said, let's let a couple more dominoes fall in place before
see where the chips fall.
Right. And
it's terrible idea.
So you get St. Brown signs a 4-year, $120 million contract, and you gotta be like, okay, maybe I should go ahead and let's pull the trigger. Let's get something going.
Well, how much did he get?
St. Brown, 120.
120?
4-year 120.
4-year 120.
4-year 120.
That seems to be the number for a lot of these guys.
And then you had
their second contracts, 4 years.
Yeah, and Jalen Waddle got he got a 3-year, $84.75 million.
Yeah, it's not bad for number 2 receiver out there.
No,
good talented though, super talented.
Is it pretty talented? Got his a little bit earlier too. But yeah, now Jerry's just gonna have to. He had to look at that and go, son of a.
I don't know the astronomical number that he's gonna ask for.
I think it starts at 140.
Has to. But he probably wants a longer deal anyways. Like, give me 5 years. But you know what? I have no idea. Maybe he wants the shorter one, like 4 years, but pay me the 140, give me 145, and then so I can get me more money here in about 4 years.
Here's part of your problem though, because
they're so screwed. They are so screwed.
He's 25.
Yeah. So
if he gets a 5-year deal, teams are reluctant to pay a 30-year-old.
Yeah.
So I think you almost go 4, and then you can get a bigger contract.
Give me 3 years, and we'll shorten it up for 4 years, and then I'm still sub 30. I'm sub 30, and you know what? I'll get paid again, but nothing too crazy. But I'm going to get some good dough.
Yeah. So
and you get obviously being a Cowboy, there's other perks to that.
And it's not just CD either. It's your boy
Jamar Chase coming up.
Yeah.
Yep. Jamar Chase, and then we were talking about I don't know what they're gonna. I mean, obviously, just pay him whatever he wants. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's done everything you need him to do. Joe Burrow just keeps getting hurt.
It's Burrow's boy too, right?
Yeah. So yeah, you pay him whatever. I don't care what the number is. You pay him up 150.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Just like back up the truck.
Yeah.
Just
I mean, why not? When's Burrow's contract up? I don't even know. I got to look all that crap up. But anyways, yeah. I mean, what are you going to let him go? What are you going to do? You know what I mean? And this is the problem when rookies come out of that rookie contract. I told you, because there's so many good players in Detroit. I was like, it's tough to keep the band together when you got lightning in a bottle, and then everybody starts getting a little old. A couple years down the road, it's like, well, guess what? We got to pay the quarterback, got to pay the receivers, got to pay the tight end, got to keep the offensive lineman happy. Defense. It just goes on and on. It really does. So.
But you need to sign I think the key is you got to sign your guys early.
Yeah, don't wait so long.
And don't wait when there's a bunch of players in that position that are going to be getting contracts. Yeah. And that's what Detroit did. They did that with Sewell. They did that with Goff. They did that with St. Brown. They signed all 4 of those guys before some of these other bigger names were getting signed.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt to just be first.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't know what the deal is with Jerry and why he does not.
He screwed himself over with Dak.
He's been screwing himself since the Romo days.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Romo's like, I need every bit of money that you have and then a couple more bucks.
Yeah.
And it was like, that's how, why do you think the Cowboys sucked for like the last 20 whatever years? It's because they paid one dude 5 guys' salary. It's insane. Yep. But you got to be first. You got to, and this has been a problem with the Cowboys as well, especially with the Dak situation. You could have paid Dak $30 million a year like 3 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And that was a lot of money back then. You know, like, oh my God, but it always
compared
takes someone.
To what it is now, right?
It always takes someone. You could have signed him to like an 8-year deal for like $30 million a year. Uh-huh. You know what I mean?
And if you're these, especially like right now with these receivers, if you're not signed yet, you're just sitting there just going like this.
Yeah. That there is because a short supply.
Each person who gets signed is now the new highest paid.
Mm-hmm.
It's been that way with quarterbacks. It's been that way with wide receivers. Running backs, not so much, although CMC did get himself a 2-year extension.
Yeah.
$38 million 2-year extension.
Yeah, a little 19
that guy,
a year.
I mean, he kind of earned it.
Well, I mean, $19 million is not a high dollar amount anyway.
For a running back, it is, though.
It is nowadays?
For a running back.
Oh.
They're not paying running backs right now.
Not at all. Especially not long. I think he's almost, I'd say he's almost done. You know, and he doesn't have the workload like he had in Carolina. He's definitely sharing the. I think he only get.
But that extends his career, though.
Mm-hmm.
That's going to create a little bit more longevity with him because he's not, like with Carolina, it was him or nothing.
Yeah.
Right? It was make or break. But with that, you actually had.
Oh, you know what? He's actually the highest paid running back.
Yeah.
Would you like to? Do you have the list?
No, I don't have the list, but I'm telling you, he's
28.
Yeah.
You know, $19 million. It doesn't sound like a lot to me, but you're like, no, that's how much they pay running backs right now. It's like, yeah, you're right. They use them, abuse them, and then drop them. So $38 million. He's got the number one average of $19 million a year, 24 guaranteed, which is nice. Alvin Kamara, your boy, right behind him at $15 million a year, 34.333, you know, whatever. On average, you get a void after 2026. So I think he's going to become a free agent here. In like 2 years, but his contract was $75 million. That is crazy. Jonathan Taylor is $14 a year. Saquon Barkley is 12.5. Josh Jacobs is 12. Joe Mixon is 9.8. Where is Jameer?
And Saquon? Well, he was a rookie.
He's on a rookie deal. Okay, yeah.
He's on a rookie deal.
I pulled it up. I was like, yeah, it shouldn't have had his name right there, and it had a ungodly number next to it. I was like, what the hell was that? But yeah, I was like, no. So that's what I pulled up. This is from overthecap.com.
Yep. And just keep your eyes on Jahmyr Gibbs because he's actually dealing with a soft tissue injury right now. Should be fine by the time the season starts.
It's way early.
Just heads up.
He's not gonna drop my rankings because of the soft. I don't give a damn. I don't care if he has to miss like 4 games. I'm not dropping him in my lineup.
No,
I got him or my
rankings.
I got him so freaking high this year. You're gonna sit back. You're gonna look like Stan from South Park when he got the internet again. Just not Stan. It's Stan's dad, isn't it? What the hell is it? Randy Marsh. You're gonna look like Randy Marsh by the time I get done with my rankings. But yeah. So I'm telling you, I did not think 19 a year was that big a deal because I remember the other contracts from like a handful of years ago where it was like big contracts.
Yeah, but you got to remember, you just had Jacobs and Saquon both signed this year.
Yeah.
This offseason at $12 million.
Yeah. 12 and a half and 12.
Yeah. So 19. And here's the thing. He was already higher paid than all of those guys. And then he got an extension that paid him even more. So
he's 20. Like I said, he's 28. You know, Derrick Henry, Derrick Henry and Aaron Jones are the only two 30-year-olds. And you got Raheem Mostert that's up to 32 right now. So crazy stuff. Yeah. I did want to pull up current wide receivers as well. But I mean, I'll tell you this right now. Jefferson has the highest non-QB quarterback, contract right now.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And the next person up, I think, is Nick Bosa. Absolutely insane. So, yeah, $35 million a year. He surpassed A.J. Brown at $32 a year. And A.J. Brown had $32 a year, but for a shorter term. His contract was worth $96 million. Fully guaranteed for Justin Jefferson, like you said, $88 million. It is crazy. Amon-Ra, I remember when they paid up, when I saw that contract thing come across from Amon-Ra, it was $120 million, $30 million a year. 34 guaranteed, which is kind of weird. Oh, no, excuse me, 77 guaranteed.
Yep.
And we have total guaranteed and fully guaranteed. So it's like two different columns there. It's throwing me off. But I was like, oh, man, how much longer can they keep the band together? I was like, buddy, handing out contracts.
We'll be all right.
Yeah.
Jason Dennison's in the house. What's up, Jason?
What's up, brother? How we doing?
But you're paying your guys. You've still got some guys cheap. They're drafting real good out there in Detroit. Detroit's going to be fine.
Yeah.
I'm not really concerned.
They're fine for now. Yeah. I mean, it's like they're just coming up on the contracts. They were paying guys cheap, and now they have to pay them just a little extra. Got to put a little bit extra out there.
Oh, you got when you got like the best offensive lineman in the league, you keep him.
Yeah. Because
you want your running game to keep going, and you want your quarterback to stay upright.
Mm-hmm.
And you get a quarterback who's winning for you and is playing great for you. You pay him.
How old is Goff these days?
He's 20.
He's younger. I think we discussed this the other day because he's younger. He's younger than I thought he was. I think he's 27 or 28. I don't know.
He is 29. He's 29.
29.
Which quarterback years? That's young.
I must have clicked on something. This is a weird looking contract. Oh, I did it by alphabetical order. I go, that's a lot of gibberish. I was like, someone's got like making like a $1,000 fully guaranteed contract. Oh, buddy. What beers you got drinking tonight?
Tonight on the show, we'll be drinking some stuff from Athletic Brewing tonight.
Yeah, I'm sick. I'm on medication, so I can't drink any. I'm not drinking any alcohol. So I wanted the brew dog,
but I didn't have anywhere around me.
Yeah,
so I wasn't able to get it.
I was so pissed when I saw it. Like, not that when you said you couldn't find it, but I was like, where the hell is this thing? It's like pulls it up. I'm like, it's a variety pack. I was like, why can't we just get this?
So
get my hands on this.
Next up, so you did a mock draft Monday. Draft Monday. First Monday of the month, you do a mock draft.
Mm-hmm.
You did your first one. I got a question for you.
Okay.
Because last week on the show, you told me you were drafting Derrick Henry in the second round.
Yeah.
You said, I'm taking him.
Mm-hmm.
And then you didn't take him.
Yeah.
And he went in like the third or fourth round.
Yeah. Because I go off the next up type thing. I'm not drafting like I normally draft. Yeah, I said I would take him as high as the second round.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. If I get him in a third or fourth, you get him in the third or fourth round, I think you're doing pretty well. And that was like a 12-man. Did I do 10 or 12
I can't remember how many you
I can't remember either. But yeah, that just shows you how low he's going. And I'm like, no, dude, I got the faith in him. Up there. And he'll be, depends on who I get in the first round, right? It really is going to depend if I get myself a solid running back or if I have to go receiver, and then where I'm at on the turn. And then if I can somehow substantiate getting him in the third, I'll do it. But yeah, is high. Like if I'm like, I need a running back and I need a guy that's going to pound it, I'm taking him. I'll take him as high as
but so let me ask you this, because you say you're not you're doing these mock drafts, but you're not drafting the way that you would draft. Why not?
Oh, I just take like, kind of like next man up type thing. I look at who's available. Not only that, but the recommendations and stuff like that. So yeah, I haven't sat down and actually I've done mock drafts because I'm trying to figure out where people are actually going. So if I can start getting Derrick Henry in the third or fourth round, then I won't waste a second round pick on my first round pick on, whatever. For some reason, this draft really sucked. I didn't like it.
Here was the other question I had for you, because
I didn't like it at all.
I think it
Ravens.
was Caleb Williams went in the 8th round.
Yeah, it was so dumb.
And he went over Jared Goff and Tua.
Yeah. It's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. That's why I don't like these robot things.
But let me go ahead and make this argument for you. I bet you're going to see that in real drafts. Like
I mean, it depends on who you're
with
going
the way that these people are talking about him.
Yeah. Not in our draft. Like, I wouldn't say I like our gangsta draft. I don't think so. I don't even think he'll be drafted.
You don't think so?
I don't think we have we don't have like a Bears fan.
Hey, he used to play for Oklahoma, where the wing comes sweeping.
Is Boner gonna get him? Is he gonna get him like in the 14th round or some shit?
First round pick.
Just some brisket tacos. That's what I'm talking about.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Why don't you just bring some on over real quick?
I'm more of for morning, I like a little sausage, egg, and cheese. But then at night, I'm a chicken guy. I like chicken.
I love chicken.
So give me some street tacos, some chicken street tacos. And
I do like some brisket tacos, though.
Yeah, brisket ain't bad.
Brisket tacos are pretty damn good.
Ain't bad.
Pretty damn good.
But yeah, I think it all depends on who you're drafting with. And like I said, I don't expect him to be drafted. Unless you're in like a super deep league, maybe in the gangsta, the QB, the super flex league. Maybe.
Oh no, he's definitely gonna be drafted. But I'm telling you,
In single format, no.
I'm telling you right now.
I don't know where this is coming from. Like, yeah, he went before Tua. I was like, get out, because I was like, I'm picking Tua. I was like,
Yeah.
I think I can't remember my two quarterbacks. Oh, I had Josh Allen and Tua.
Yeah, he took Josh Allen in the second round. But I just don't. You're going to see in a lot of drafts, you're going to see Caleb Williams go higher than some of these quarterbacks that are producing year in and year out.
There ain't no way.
AKA your Jared Goff and your Tua.
There ain't no way.
I'm telling you, especially Jared Goff. Especially Jared Goff.
Going higher?
No.
Or going
Caleb
lower?
Williams go higher than Jared Goff.
Yeah.
Because
I've seen it in every draft I've done
it's-
so far, the mock drafts.
there's still, for whatever reason, there's still a little stigma behind Jared Goff's name.
Yeah.
Even though
There
I
is.
feel like he's done what he's done the last two seasons should get rid of all that.
No,
It
there's
really should
still a little something there. So right now, if you go and take a look, and I'll just pull up something. We haven't done our rankings yet. Rankings will be out probably next month. Alan was just talking about today. But yeah, you look at this right here, no, just to show you. We were talking Tua, we were talking Caleb, and we were talking Jared, right? Fantasy pros, they're all tier 3 guys, and they're 12, 13, and 14.
And Caleb's ahead of them all.
Caleb's in the middle, and your boy's behind him.
Yeah.
So, they're behind Jordan Love, they're behind Brock Purdy, and then Justin Herbert's behind Goff. Jaden Daniels is 16, Trevor Lawrence is 17, Kirk Cousins is 18. Kirk Cousins is going to ball out this year.
I think with Kirk Cousins, though, it's just a matter of when's he going to be back.
Yeah.
I think that's the biggest thing with Kirk Cousins is when is he going to be back this year? Is he going to miss some games? Because if he's going to miss some games, then I could see that, right? Especially in your redraft leagues, your dynasty leagues. But also, do you really want the old guy in your dynasty league, right?
Yeah.
Or would you draft the young up and coming guy, Caleb Williams?
Right,
So
right.
it just depends on what you think.
I will tell you this. When I went to the Super League, Superflex rankings, Caleb Williams is behind Goff, 27 to 28. And then Tua's up to 24. He's a tier 4 guy at that point. But yeah, crazy.
As far, wait, when you say 27, 28, is that
Overall
or quarterback?
No. Overall. Superflex. So it's everybody. Everybody mixed into one.
Okay.
Yeah. The other rankings I gave you were just quarterback, and then
I was like,
no, they're not even further down. But no, yeah. No. This is you got Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Pat Mahomes, tier 1. It just goes on and on. But yeah, we'll have our rankings coming out here about a month. We'll start doing the shows. We'll
Maybe
break
sooner.
them. We'll break them up into because they're. You don't want to sit there and have go through 100, right? You want to go through 25 maybe at a time, have a little dialogue, a little conversation about them, get under the skin a little bit, poke the bear, have a little bit of fun. But yeah, I sit back and we go back and think about these contracts, and I just like, dude, kicking the can down the road has never played unless you got a guy that gets hurt, and these dudes haven't got hurt. I mean, Dak did. I think he broke his ankle or whatever on a hip drop tackle, if I'm not mistaken, and that's illegal now.
Yeah, when they were like, "Oh, I think he twisted his ankle." No, that's not a twist.
I'll tell you this right now. I'm glad that sports, that the NFL, whoever's running the TV, the director, is not like, yeah, let's slow that down and let's play it again. Let's play it again. Let's play it again. And I mean, because I remember being at what's that bar I like to go to, 54th Street. And it was back when one of their receivers broke his leg. I can't remember. I think it was number 11. Man, what the hell was his number? But he was their secondary receiver. I can see him. I can't think of it. Allen Robinson, man. No, he would never played out there. It was one of those dudes. Anyways. And
Austin Hearns, right?
I don't think it was him either. But anyways, I don't want to bog. But yeah, dude. It broke his leg. Oh my God. And they showed it like a couple times ago. I was like, Jesus Christ, man. I felt like the dude from Apollo's coach. Just throw the damn towel in. It's like, dude, we don't need to see it. I don't know about y'all, but if I want to see something that's like slightly gruesome like that, I'll go to Twitter, X, because it'll be the fastest thing put up there. You can find it immediately. But it's so disturbing.
Alan Hearns.
There you go. Because he was a Jacksonville Jaguar before then. And that's how it was like, oh, yeah, man, Alan Hearns is out there. And
it was preseason, I think. Didn't even make it to the regular season.
Oh,
But they have stopped showing the gruesome injuries on repeat.
Yeah.
Now, if it's a regular injury, like the knee injuries, they'll still kind of show those. Like Hawkinson's injury, they showed that a couple times this last year. You didn't see Nick Chubb's injury again because that was just
They showed it like once, and they went to like just commercials.
Yeah,
like you were watching Tide commercials for the next 30 minutes.
Yeah,
so they can get him off the field.
Nick Chubb he's working on coming back. He says he's right where he's supposed to be, right where he needs to be. We'll see if he's back for the beginning of the season, but that might be a guy that you take a late round flyer on.
He's been going later and later, and he was such a stud at one point. But yeah, just coming off that injury, you just don't know what's going on. And Jerome Ford's really good as well. But yeah, I mean, that's all I had for tonight. Just a little contract, and then, like I said, we'll get the rankings going. We'll do some more Who Would You Rather, you know. Will be so much studs edition. But, you know,
we'll have some fun.
Everybody's always on one side of the fence or the other, right? So it's always a fun conversation.
Yep. But you know what, guys? Thank you so much for listening, watching. We appreciate it. Do us a favor. Hit that like, subscribe button. Leave us a comment, and tell a friend. As always, I'm Alan.
I'm RD.
Talk to you guys later. Deuces. Thank you for listening to SB Fantasy Football.